What's going on, family? It is your favorite avoidance favorite avoidant. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. This is Dismissible Me. Please hit the like button to subscribe for my daily content Monday through Friday. And please be sure to let me know where you're watching from, what your attachment style is, and what future content you would like to see me talk about here on the channel down below in the comment section. Family, today is day 3, video 3 of my small series about suffocating triggers. I've already done one video about the phone. The last video was on social media behaviors that are very triggering. This video specifically is about behaviors in person that make somebody who is an avoidant or a dismissive avoidant specifically feel suffocated. So if that is what you're looking for, please get tapped in. Family, the number one thing that makes me feel suffocated when I'm having face-to-face time with someone, and that is extremely triggering to me, is holding my hand. PDA. Especially holding my hand is less of a problem when we're in private, but in public especially. I am not a PDA person. It just seems very excessive. Holding hands is fine. That's okay, fine. Hanging all over me, hugging, kissing in public. It just seems like too much, especially if you are like me or the avoidant you are with is like me, where physical intimacy is something that is private. I know that that's not a thing. Where I live, being private, keeping your clothes on, that's very private. It's very intimate. It's not for public. That is something you definitely need to have a conversation about with somebody. You need to have with someone about what they do and don't like, what their boundaries are. Because you might mess around and think that everything is okay and go in for a kiss and get hit with that Neo Matrix. They're not accepting it. And yes, because just as embarrassing as it was for you to get the kiss rejection, it was really embarrassing for me for you to try to kiss me in public. It's just awkward. And to me, it's awkward. It's inappropriate. It's just too much. Also, less kissing, not holding hands, but the hanging all over somebody, absolute no. Keeping your hand in my back pocket or thinking, no. Like smacking my butt, grab my butt in public, totally inappropriate. Don't like that. Not only is it about a personal boundary, now I'm just about to feel violated. That is too much. That is a super trigger. It makes me feel suffocated, and I can't wait to get out of there. If it does not totally make me go cold or destroy the whole outing as a whole after that, it's just, yeah. Communication about physical boundaries with in-person time is so key. Yeah. Because I'm definitely not about to do a whole lot of making out or kissing out in public. That's an absolute no-no. And even in person in the house, especially early on, the pressure to be physically intimate with somebody makes me feel suffocated. Yeah, that'll make me, well, back in the day when I didn't have the communication skills, that would make me go cold in a heartbeat. Cold, withdraw, pull away, yeah. Boundaries around physical intimacy for men and women, you have to have a conversation before you just try to jump all up in there. Just because somebody comes to your house or just because somebody is making out with you does not mean they're trying to be totally fresh with you. Please have the conversation both ways, men and women. Everyone is not comfortable with a lot of physical touch. I know that is shocking to some people. It is just not a thing. So knowing people's physical boundaries, you have to know that. Physically, me feeling tied down, hugging, hand holding, a bunch of kisses is just a lot. That is draining. That would make me not want to see you every single day. And I know me personally, I'm the extreme when it comes to physical touch. Like, please, if I don't invite you into my space, please don't invite yourself into my space. Also, it's one thing to have in-person conversations and ask for reassurance, ask where the relationship is going. That's not what I'm talking about, getting ready to talk about here. But the asking for constant reassurance, trying to read between the lines of everything that I am saying, um, asking me about a post on social media. These are things that, again, when we have the initial, having a conversation so that somebody knows where I stand as somebody who's not very emotional, doesn't speak about my feelings, does not bother me. It's uncomfortable, but you have to have the conversation, right? Excessively asking me or only waiting until we're in person to put me on the spot to have a conversation about feelings because you want to look me in my eye, or like, please don't do that. Please do not make it a multiple conversation thing, or back to this. That it's just a lot. And then the physical intimacy too can just be, excuse me, too much as I move myself, as I have to move myself. Yeah, I love you. Too many I love yous in one interaction between me and you, very triggering, especially if I'm not a person that says I love you, especially if I'm not in a place where I'm feeling those feelings. Extremely suffocating. I cannot get out of there fast enough. I cannot get space fast enough. Yeah. Again, this is not saying that you can't say it ever. Again, have the conversation with your person, but excessive I love yous, and with the expectation that somebody's going to say it back or continue to express their feelings to you, just makes my chest tight just thinking about it. Very triggering. It's too much. I really value my in-person time with you, or not necessarily you, but a person, because I just like to enjoy their energy. I don't necessarily want to have the stress of thinking about where do we stand? What are we doing? How are you feeling? How I treat you, how I show up for you is how I feel about you. If I wasn't interested, I would not show up. If I wasn't interested, I wouldn't hold your hand at all. If I wasn't interested, I wouldn't be intimate with you at all. I wouldn't do any of those things. I wouldn't give you any of my time. I wouldn't allow you on my social media. I wouldn't call you, text you, do any of those things. Sometimes behavior is a language. I would say with avoidance, especially dismissive avoidance, especially somebody is severe like me, my behavior, and really with anybody, behavior is a language. What we say verbally is one thing: English, French, Spanish, German, whatever it is that you speak, right? But then your actions, if your actions don't match your words, that's a language. That's telling you something. How I show up, what I do, my actions tell you where you stand with me, where I stand with you, how I feel about you. If somebody's not showing up, if they're not putting forth an effort, then you know. But again, the triggers, I love yous, too many. Lots of hand holding, lots of hugs, kissing in public, PDA, getting touchy-feely. The pressure to be intimate too soon. The pressure to be physically intimate too soon, I feel like has ended, not just been a trigger point, but a point of severance for a lot of people. Everybody is not ready to hop into bed. Just because so much time has passed, that's not, I know that that's a thing for people. It's really not for other people. Some people, especially if they're not into physical touch, they're not about to jump into bed with you. The idea of doing that is very terrifying, scary. And again, it feels controlling. Like, what's the manipulation? What is the rush? So that is part 3. I'm not sure if there's going to be a part 4 or not. If you would like to see a part 4, have anything else you would like for me to drop, have questions about, please drop it down below. Let me know it resonates for you, for your person. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll be tapping in with you very soon, family. Keep it real.